I am live. Well, hello everyone. It's a Thursday night, the 23rd of December, 2021. Can you believe our year is all but gone? What have you done this year? What'd you buy? Some of you I know are more than happy because you finally got back to cruising. Some of you are going to be with us 1 month from tomorrow. No, 5 weeks from tomorrow. We're flying into Orlando. Somebody needs to let Jason and Krista know. Orlando. We would be thrilled. I sit down and have a good dinner with them. Who else is in? Oh, I have a cousin that lives on the east side of Orlando. We'll let her know. And then we're going to, the next day, we're going to go over to Port Canaveral to catch our ship, which is the Magic, the Carnival Magic. Now, I've never sailed Carnival. I've only done Royal Caribbean, and we were scheduled to go on Celebrity Summit. There's a part of me that really, really, really wishes we had hung on to our Celebrity Future Cruise credit, but we didn't, and it ended up juggling it around 6 different times. So, there's that. But no harm done. I see we've got a friend. Everybody needs a friend, and I've got a good one. He's from Melbourne, Australia. That's my friend, Sean Ornelas. Welcome, Sean. How are you and Lady Ilana doing? It's got to be a more decent hour of the day. I spoke with Sean at 2:30 in my afternoon, and I think it was actually about 5:30 or 6 there in Melbourne, Australia. He understands. My friends all know me. They know I can't hardly put two thoughts together, but very good to see my friend Sean on here. So many people that I've met over these last couple of years, which never would have happened had the pandemic not happened. So there's two ways to look at everything. No matter what the quarter or what the penny, it always has two sides. And if it only has one side, it's worth nothing. So if you want to have something, you got to have something on both sides of your coin. You got to have something to burn that into existence. That's the way coins are made. But I'm very glad to have you all. I come on here because I want to lay down a quick message about tomorrow at noon Central, which is going to be 1 Eastern, 11, no, hold on. I said noon Central, which would be 1 Eastern, noon Central, 10 Pacific. Yeah. It is 11:45 here, Papa. It was awesome to talk with you earlier. Absolutely, Sean. Very, very thankful for our fellowship and for our banter. Certainly enjoy it. I do not, and I would tell everyone I talk to, might mention this tomorrow morning, don't take any word or any conversation or even the opportunity of a conversation. Don't let it pass your way. Don't let it become just water under the bridge. Take advantage of every moment. I cannot tell you how many of my friends, dear friends, and mother and different ones that I've lost over the last 12 months. Never, some of them, one of my former students never got to tell her father goodbye. They wouldn't even let her in there. He was dying. They wouldn't even let her call him on the phone. But it didn't matter. He was already too far gone. Thankfully, one of his nurses was her niece. And it worked out okay as far as getting the word to him, Daddy, I love you. But let us not take any chance and waste an opportunity to tell someone we love them. You're going to hear this again tomorrow morning. Some things bear repeating, and you know what? This is important. This is the heavy, weightier matters of life. If you pass them up, you're missing out on the issues of life, the issues that make us who and what we are as human beings. Not a sermon tonight, okay? Don't get worried. You don't have to leave an offering at the door. But I am going to suggest you leave an offering, and I'll tell you where tomorrow. You can leave it somewhere else. But given it shall be given. That's a good principle, right? A lot of people think Christian ministers only preach from the Bible. I have good thoughts that didn't even come from the Bible. You know, not that I'm against bringing thoughts out of the Bible. I love it. Did it for most of my life. But I'm also for imploring other sources of. I don't know who is on here. I see Sean, but it says 3 people are here. Now, are these 3 all one, or methinks someone's hiding in the rubble? Now I see 4. Oh, bless my soul. There's a story in the Bible about the 3 Hebrew boys. And it said, I see 3. We threw in 3, but now we see 4. And the 4th one is like the Son of Man. Now, I'm not going to get into biblical disputes with anybody. Just saying, I wonder who this 4th person is, Mr. Mystery Guest. Why, I should have known. It's the air traffic controller himself. That's none other than Blaine Rayleigh. I'm assuming this is Blaine rather than Melanie. Thoughts to help others come from real life situations. Absolutely, Blaine. You know it. Could be from God's word, but also real life scenarios. Absolutely, Blaine. The Bible's loaded with that, right? We may not put a quote around it and say, this came from the King James Bible. But the fact of the matter is the principles, there's over 600 precepts and principles pulled from just that one book. So, I agree with you, Blaine. And by the way, very, very good to have you. Did you see your buddy is on here? That is Sean Ornelas, all the way from the beautiful town of Melbourne, Australia. How big is Melbourne, Sean? How many people? I think I have an idea, but we often round it to say 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. But I don't even have a clue. Somebody let me know. Ask the Google or something. I'm sorry, Google it. My kids make horrible, awful fun of me for saying, ask the Google. Dad, you're so out of touch. It's true. Really is true. Let's see. Good to see you as well. Hope you are feeling better. Blaine, I'm feeling much better than I felt 1 week ago. I promise you that. On this Friday a week ago, I was having quite a bit of pain. So I am feeling better, and thank you for those well wishes. This says it is a city of 4.5 million. Wow. I definitely wasn't thinking that. I was thinking it was more like 1 million or 2. That's a lot bigger than I thought Melbourne would be. I guess I'm always thinking the biggest city in Australia has to be Sydney. And I was thinking Sydney was like 6 or 7, something like that. I don't know. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because I don't want to keep stepping in it. Let's see. What was I going to ask? Oh, have any of you been to Aruba? And they are all backwards and turned upside down. I think Blaine's having a little fun with our Aussie buddy. We have a good time, don't we? We have a real good time. What did I just ask? Somebody tell me what I just asked. Sidetrack with Blaine and Sean. Man, I got out of the shower and didn't do anything with this mop of a hair. This window's still open. We're in the flight path to O'Hare, the landing path, and if and this window was damaged 2 years ago. A tree fell on our house. The landlord insisted that it was all repaired just fine. Not so much. No. Me thinks he saved some money, and we're paying the heater bill, the gas bill for here. We have gas heat. Oh, yes, Aruba. Thank you, Blaine. My goodness, Blaine, you remember everything. You're like Jesus. Man, you got all kinds of good traits and good qualities. You bring out the best in people. Hey, everybody, I put the link in there. If you want to come on up, you're welcome to. You don't have to. I don't plan to be on here long. Don't plan to be, okay? I've been on here 11 minutes. Wanting to announce, and for those of you that want to go back to your groups, I would be grateful if you would. Just to tell them that we're going to have a quick 4 or 5 minute thing tomorrow, Christmas Eve at noon Central Time, noon, which was going to be 1 Eastern, noon Central, 10 Pacific. Is that right? You got that right, Blaine? I think that's right. So just want to address our troops. That would be you. Well, I mean, not just you. If you know somebody that's in the troops and wants an encouragement, that's fine. You're going to hear me stress over and over and over again. Do something special for somebody that you don't even know. Reach out beyond your 4 walls and, break out the glass house and go beyond what is your comfort space and reach into the world around you. And again, this is not a church message. It could be a church message. Most of the churches I've been in, this is not their message, which explains why their churches haven't really grown like I would like to see them grow. I think sometimes I've had so many people over the years, you may or may not believe this, but it's really true. You may not believe it, but people have told me, I don't want to go to such and such church. I will not go there. And I said, why? It's because they hate me. And it was because they were gay or something. And I said, well, why do they hate you? And they said, well, because I'm gay. And I said, they hate you for that? Yeah. And he just acted like I should understand that. I said, well, that's fine. If that's the price that they put on friendship and salvation or whatever, that's between them and the Lord. But I can't get away with that and still keep my salvation. That's just me. Okay, I'm only telling you how it is between me and God. I gotta keep my soul right with God, and sometimes it doesn't have. Let's see, we have never been to Aruba, but would love to someday. Oh, excellent. Blaine, we're all going back in October on a different. Well, no, not a different cruise line. It's still Carnival, but it's on the horizon. And I think Cindy Spiker's the one in charge of that. Cindy Spiker, Ussenmore, and Sean Down Under Cruisers. Those 3 couples are in charge of this one, I think. If I missed anybody that's supposed to be in that, somebody let me know and correct me. I don't mind being corrected. In fact, I prefer being corrected. Anyway, have your friends on your groups, on your Facebook groups, tell them to come over to the YouTube channel, Papa Mozo, and you might have to spell it for them because I think it's 2 words, Papamozo, Papa Mozo. Tell them come over at noon Central. Just pretend like it's a Cubs game, okay, an at-home game at Wrigley Field. And we would love for anyone and everyone to join us. This time of year is just so depressing and catastrophic for some people. I have family members that cannot find their way out of their bedroom. This is no kidding. They can't find their way out of their bedroom because somebody they know died 30 years ago on a week before Christmas. And so every Christmas is going to be horrible. And the fact of the matter is, it may not be that way every time. But keep it in mind that the suicide rate in the United States is hardest and highest in the week around Christmas and New Year's. On New Year's Day, you have climbers up on the Sears Tower that jump. Almost every year there's somebody, seems like. And it's a sad, sickening story. It's sad. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm not going to just take that and say, oh, well, it's too bad. Let's see. Cubs game. Cubs game might not be noon there. It's always noon at Wrigley. No, let's see. Kidding. Love Harry Carey. Miss Harry Carey. He was always drunk. I didn't know if Harry Carey was going to be able to sit on his chair. He'd be drinking a beer and smoking and saying, that's wonderful. Thanks, Steve. Cubs, they just scored a run. And I mean, he was a character. If you've never seen old film footage, put it in your YouTube thing to search out videos of Harry Carey. If you're old enough to remember Harry Carey, he was quite the character. He brought a whole new level of humor and fun to the ballpark. Very few people in the sport of baseball more beloved and more cherished than Harry Carey at Wrigley Field. Hey, this is another friend of mine just come on board. We're glad to have him. Always glad to have Tommy Travels. Tommy is here. Oh my God. Oh, Tommy. Yes, I bet you do. Tommy does impersonations on his channel. And I tell you, I have to be careful how much I've had to drink so I don't listen to him and wet the bed. He's usually on late at night. And he has, I don't know if it's a call-in show necessarily, but he plays little games and stuff. It's so fun. And a lot of people like Tommy's games, his race games. And oh my gosh, it is hysterical. But I tell you, Tommy gets me most when he starts in with some voices. And the other day he did a bulldozer thing and I can't remember. Oh no, it was a John Deere thing or something like that. Hey, we got another friend of ours, Jeffrey, from Jeffrey Jamestown, baseball commissioner. Jeffrey, very good to have you, my friend. Very good to have you. Oh, Blaine. Oh boy. You don't know what you're asking for. I never mind. Anybody's welcome to come up. Please forgive me for not talking, says Down Under. At all, I am cooking brunch for my queen. Oh, isn't that wonderful? That is wonderful. Sean, you must have messed up somewhere. It's a good thing you're doing the breakfast thing. Your breakfast in bed for the missus. That's nice. Let's see. Okay, I'm at work. Oh, I'm at work, so I can't go up now. Woo! Well, I will tell you, please go check out Tommy Travels' channel because he is worth your while. And he was very helpful to me at a time when I knew nothing, which I'm still barely above knowing nothing. But he still offers, if I need anything, I would not hesitate to call him or to text him and say, you know, what do I do here? I don't understand that. I don't understand it. He's very kind-hearted, and he loves to help people. And you will have fun at the Tommy Travels Show. I promise you will. Didn't mess up. I just love her to bits. Oh, isn't that sweet? That's sweet. You're kind of making it rough on me now. I'm going to have to be nice to Mommy. Oh, no, she got sunburnt tonight. We went to the tanning beds. I tan like that. She's she's like as white as this computer screen. And they talked her into this Australia Gold accelerator or something like that, some kind of jelly you rub on you. And she was buying it, and I was like, are you okay with this? I don't think so. And she got out of there. She said, oh, I think it may be a little warm. We got home, and she was just sweating and crying. And we got a big batch of aloe out and got it all over her. And pray for her. She is hurting right now. But she got all her grocery shopping done before then. I wanted to tell you, got my foot. My first checkup with my foot was all good. She is holding this cruise over my head, although I'll not have it. I have a brand new electric scooter. Thanks to the good hearts of friends and loved ones, that will help me not only now, but perhaps in the future, if I need one, to be able to navigate ships or shopping centers or Walmart or Chualaska or wherever, thank you to everyone who made that possible. She's hurting, but she's never looked better. That's right, Tommy. I tell her the same thing. That's exactly right. I'm like, you might be hurting, but you're not Thor. I'm Thor. But anyway, please tell your friends and loved ones about tomorrow at noon Central Time over on the Papa Mozo YouTube channel, which I don't know if there's a way to put this onto the Facebook. I put a message on Facebook, and it was a recording of a Facebook Live. I don't know how that works. So I don't know if this will go to Facebook as well or not. I'm such a schmuck. Anyway, but let your channels know. And if you have groups on here, please let them know. If any of you want to I would love for you to get a hold of Jamie Asmus, perhaps tonight. It's still early out there. Let them know high noon tomorrow Central Time. I'm going to be just a 5-minute encouragement to get our people to commit to their communities and their families and their friends and their loved ones. That's about all there's going to be to it. It's not a complicated thing. You don't have to devote your life to Christ if you don't want to. None of that. You don't have to pay an offering. Although if it's over $500, you can send it to my house. I'll happily take them all. But I would love to have as many people as possible come out and just spend a couple minutes online with me. I'm hearing music from a third power. I don't know. But anyway, let's see. We got the 3 big ones, the Ship Show, Lalito Loca, and Sharon at Sea. I would love it if all 3 of those groups would get their people to come just for encouragement. This is not a membership drive by any means. This is not an ulterior motive. This is absolutely a pure motive, trying to do pure things in a very selfish world that needs to have some unselfish acts committed by people who claim to love people. Okay, I got to go. I got to get out of here. I got to get this foot back up and find out where this music is coming from. It's a pipe organ, so maybe they're calling me up to glory. Anyway, I love you all. God bless you all. I will see you all tomorrow on the Papa Mozo channel, YouTube channel, at noon. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.